So how does nature help combat loneliness and anxiety? So lately I've found myself stopping to notice the smallest of things, the sky, the breeze, the birds overhead, and it hit me. Why does nature suddenly feel so important to me now that I'm nearly 50? So I want to, give you a bit of insight as to what's gone on in my life recently that's led me to appreciate nature as much as I do. So if you've not watched any of my most recent videos, where I am at now, I've come to label the ghost course and ghost range. They're related to a abandoned golf course, which can readily put me in nature, which I'm very happy about. I'm so glad I found this. This is my new studio. But since I started my journey as a content creator and publishing videos on YouTube, which was back in the start of June 2025, I've come to realize how important being back out in nature has become to me. And I want to share that story with you because it may help you in the same journey that we, or most of us, will tackle as we hit anywhere after 40. Life can change, and it's usually that realization that we all hit, and we go, well, I've only got a few years left. I really would like to make the most of my life. But you don't have that realization when you're younger, and then sometimes from when you're younger you get caught up in life in itself. For me, it was having beautiful children, beautiful family, and getting all caught up in that. I never really stopped to consider my own mortality truly, but I did late last year, late 2024 I did, and then leading into June this year I picked up content creation as my new hobby. Never done this before, and because of my circumstances, and I don't have a studio, and it's a good thing that I don't at home, then places like this became my studio. I got to do this outdoors. And when I found this place as an example, right, because since I've been filming, I've gone to various locations and I've got some really good places that I will go, but this is ultimately my best, hands down, at the moment anyway. I can't see how I would trump this. But whenever I found a new place, I'd get excited like a child. It reminded me of adventures I'd go on with, neighborhood friends, childhood friends, when, we'd go on actual adventures, or I guess a pretend adventure would be part of the game that we'd play, either in the school ground or, in the local backyards of each of our houses. And you can't beat that feeling. I can't beat it. I still get that way when I come out here now. I'm not as excited as the first time I found this place. I just went, what the hell? Holy shit, this is awesome. And this is here just for me. This is my studio. But even before finding this place, within the first month of recording videos outside, I realized this is where I need to be. This is what I used to do as a child. I feel so at home and so at peace when I'm just out and amongst nature. And that's not to take away from anyone that I love more than anything in my life. And I could be just as happily at peace if they were sharing this with me right now. But the fact that they're not doesn't detract from the beauty of the trees, the sky, and nature as a whole. And even if I can hear a whippersnapper or a chainsaw in the background there, whatever that is, echoing through the bit of a valley next to me here. So, quite a contrast in where I'm at now and how I view things compared to how I used to. It's not that I ever thought less of nature. I just didn't give it a thought because my life was either so busy or different, and I had different interests, different hobbies that largely involved like man-made items. So yeah. So when I'm out in nature now, even when I'm on my own, I feel it's hard to put into words, but it feels like I'm coming home. It feels like I'm somewhere I'm supposed to be. Could be also partly to do with the fact that my career has taken me down a path that involves less outdoors, and it's become, it's more of an office-based type of role. Not my whole career, but probably a good chunk of it. And so, just getting outdoors, it gets rid of the loneliness, even though right now I'm alone. But I feel like I'm where I should be. I love being here. I love the birds. I love just looking at the clouds move, breeze through the trees, although thankfully not much at the moment because I don't want that upsetting the microphone. But yeah, it's just, there's no anxiety here. The closest I will get to some form of anxiety is venturing too close to the edge where the creeks are. Because I'm in Queensland, Australia, and snakes are a real thing even at this time of year, which is our winter. And it would be something that I'm more aware of when I'm walking through here in summer. But that's not a true form of anxiety. That's just like a wary moment. But yeah, you just feel more alive. It's actually like, it feels like I'm stepping into somewhere that recharges my battery. I'm not eating anything, I'm not drinking anything even for the time that I'm here recording this video. Usually I'll get here for like a half-hour stint at a day or at a time. And that's all I need to record a video. I'm only a few minutes away from home. But it's my time here. And if I get longer, then that's an actual bonus. But I don't rely on that. But my time here is just amazing. And I don't mean physically just here. It's just in nature as a whole. So even when I'm on a beach and it's fairly busy, I can lose myself in the waves, the sand, the water. The sky is something I've really come to appreciate a huge amount in the last couple of years. And I had this loose term that I gave my discovery of this passion, or not passion, but connection with the sky, and I called it sky alignment. It's like a play on words. It's the sky, and I feel aligned. I feel grounded, ironically, even though it's a sky. And I find the sky is something that you can look at and appreciate no matter where you are. You can look up and see it. And no matter what the weather is, there's, colours, depths and cloud that you can gain through looking at the sky. Obviously, your sunsets and sunrises are by far the best part of the day to just get lost in the sky. But nature, definitely need to give it a try. Highly recommend it. No matter where life's taking you or what your creative outlet is, if it doesn't normally take you outdoors, just make that part of your day. Go for a walk. I go for a walk in the evenings as well. Take my granddaughter for a walk, or dogs for a walk. Whatever you're doing, get out there and experience nature. Now, I've written down a few things that I want to add, so I didn't forget them. Nature reminds us of what we can't control, but also of what we can still enjoy right now in this moment. So for me, I'm just elaborating further on enjoy the simple things. You hear people say that all the time. And nature is a big part of that. And just being in it will help you feel like you're appreciating it. you'll learn how to do it. You don't have to consciously think, oh, that's right, I should be more appreciative of this little things. It's like just by going for a walk, take your AirPods out, don't listen to music, don't listen to a podcast, don't listen to an audiobook. Take in the noise around you. Even if your walk is in a suburban area and you can hear like people and cars and other things, it will ground you far better by taking a walk and just take everything in, all right? But where you can even get away from it like this and get actually into nature, even huge plus. Like it's just rejuvenating, enlightening, and puts a smile on your face. It does for me anyway. I just feel relaxed. Feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. So I encourage you to step outside for even 5 minutes today or the next day if you're watching this in the evening. Try and remember what I've said about just appreciating the simple things and nature being that simple thing. So if you're stepping outside in your backyard, do that before you start your day. Make it part of your routine, and then start encroaching on increasing your time that you spend a bit of time outside. You know, go for a walk, or even if you don't want to go for a walk and you do other forms of exercise, go and sit out on your deck, your patio, your backyard, whatever it is. Put a bit of time into that, and that's it. That's the only encouragement I'll give, because if you can do that and you actually do that, you don't need to be mindful of being thankful for anything or appreciating the simple things in life. It'll just happen. You will just go, yeah, this is pretty cool. Life gets so crazily busy. It's a bit of a trip really when you think about it. All of a sudden you wake up to yourself and you go, wow, where'd all that time go? You know, for me I'm 50, but you could be 40, you could be 60, 70, 80, whenever it is that you have this wow moment, and you'll be gazing at the sky or a sunset or a sunrise usually, or the wind in the tree or the sun or the silhouette of a tree with the sun in the background, and you'll be reminded of just how beautiful and amazing this place is. And we take it for granted, you know. We get so lost in man-made items and a whole lot of man-made shit that we think is more important than nature, and none of it will make you happy. You can always want more of that, but it'll never make you happy. If you want to be out in nature more, ironically, whenever you step out into it more, you're happy. And I've just had a little word there that says presence is acceptable. Acceptable. Presence is accessible. It's just that most of us forgot to look. That's being present in the moment. And it is. You know, so even people that go for a walk, I often see them talking, you know, wirelessly on a phone call, or they got a headset on, and not actually paying attention to what's going on. And it's sad. If life feels overwhelming or out of balance, go outside. Breathe, listen, and notice. Sometimes the best answers aren't found in our heads, but in nature around us. Firm believer in that. Thank you for joining me. My name's Carl, and if you like this, well, now you know where to find me. This is part of a recent series I've been doing, focusing on, you know, the loneliness factor that can hit us once we hit past the age of 40. So by all means, if you like those videos, or like this video, there's a few more like that you can watch. Really appreciate your time and being here and spending this moment with me in time, because it'll never come again. And until next time, please look after yourself. I swear that sounds like a chainsaw. I swear that chainsaw is going off right when I want to record. Okay.